Coffee?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing on this gorgeous day?
Just grand. How about you, honey? Can I get you something to drink?
You'll have to forgive this one. She's pouting over a haircut. Myself, I always liked a bob on a girl.
I just felt this pervading, ominous feeling throughout. This feeling that just something is not right. And I think they managed that tension and that underlying uncertainty in a really impactful and efficient manner. I also appreciated the shots from afar, right from the beginning, looking through the blinds, where the viewer is the eyes of the lens, and that implicates us in what would you do in this situation? Would you allow those feelings of uncertainty and of feeling like something isn't quite right to happen? Will you allow this cycle to happen? I thought the performances were great. I think the casting was extremely solid and believable. And yeah, it had that level of menace to it, even though there was this haze of almost romantic American ideals in there as well.
First off, the performances were amazing from all three characters. That male character was just creepy enough in this really wonderful, subtle way. He seems kind of normal, but there's something off about him, so you're trying to work that out the entire time. The two female characters said a lot without a lot of words. Was really impressed by their acting. And on top of that, I absolutely loved the music. It heightened the tension in all the right places and really just carried your interest throughout the piece. The direction was really good.
Building up this piece and leaving us with a cliffhanger in the last picture. This is something that I could definitely see Blumhouse picking up, or really like Blumhouse or A24, any of these horror-centric production houses. You do a great job building the suspense with the sound and the sound and audio mixing, which, adds to the suspense and adds to the tension and to this really interesting but creepy and kind of scary up in the air story. So overall, it was really fun to watch.
I thought this was really intense, but in a really good way. I really liked how they kind of filmed it and how they set it up. With the waitress obviously being a little bit skeptical in the very beginning, and then how they, my assumption is, intentionally had his lines and, the way that he would speak and the way that he would pause, um, put the audience, like, on edge or off center, I guess, or something like that. I don't quite know how to describe that, but, watching him not only just interact with the girl, obviously, but also just how he was answering the waitress and how he was speaking in general was very off-putting, which I thought was really well done because it wasn't anything crazy overt, but it was overt enough, or it was like subliminal enough that you could see why the waitress was concerned. So I thought it was really well done. I really liked how they built it. I really liked how they kind of played certain parts with having things be, like I said, off-putting enough, but not something that was necessarily so outright.
I thought it was fantastically acted by everybody involved. And I really loved the music too. It added this great eeriness to it that it was perfect. It really, really was. The other thing that I loved was how they did the reveal of what was going on. It was really smart storytelling. It was fantastic.
That it worked really well having the sort of suspense and having it from the perspective of the waitress. Overall, I thought it worked really well as a complete story.
One of the strongest things about the film was the music. I thought it fit the tone super well and just really emphasized the sort of, uncertain tension throughout. It kind of gave me like A24 Hereditary vibes. And I also really liked a lot of the cinematography, especially towards the end with the establishing shots of the like landscape. I thought the really super wide angles and wide shots were super beautiful, although it was kind of terrifying what was going on. Um, and I thought the ending was super strong. It was just a really jarring cliffhanger, and I think, it was a pretty strong horror film throughout.
Loved the original score. I thought it really made the tone of the movie, um, for sure. The ticking of the clock in the bathroom, the music. Um, I love that it wasn't just dark lighting, even though the tone of it was pretty dark. The subject matter. I love the diner and the choice of location overall, but the diner I really liked. I love the lighting in the diner. I thought it was really good and specific. And the camera shots were really great. I love the truck pulling up to the field, just the shot from across the road, the camera shot where the girl was in the car and you could see her face in the mirror on the side of the truck. The barbed wire close up, all of those just really stood out. I just thought all of them were very specific, and all of it together really created a great little short. The subject matter was definitely disturbing. The scene after the girl left in the bathroom showed how desperate she was to get help, and she did whatever she could in the moment, but felt like she couldn't say anything while she was at the table. It was just so well done. A lot of kind of reading the silence in between the lines, and I like that.